Hey guys, welcome to my Skylanders review part. This is the second one. I saw the first one we did pretty well. We got 15 views, which is pretty good. So we're doing another one, and it's gonna be cool. You guys are gonna like it. It's gonna be nice on a Skylander who I'm not the biggest fan of, but I think is still cool. Now let's go. Oh yeah, I also used uncut footage this time. So what do you guys think about that? Tell me in the comments so I can know if I should just use like individual clips put together or just uncut footage. Alright guys, we're getting started. I'll just say right off the bat that this character, he's a beast he's a beast when it comes to damage, because for some reason he does insane amounts of damage, but other than his damage, he has his moveset's a little bit lackluster at times, because some of his moves just don't work. Like, he has one move which in my opinion is entirely useless. Now, because I mentioned his useless move, I'm going to cover the good one first. So basically, he has this burrow move, which allows him to go under the ground, where basically he moves faster and he's basically invincible. Like 90% of the obstacles in the game just stop doing damage to you when you're in that form, including enemies' attacks, and you can stay under there for like 30 seconds. So that's really cool, and it has practically no cooldown, so you can just use it back to back. The only problem is when you come out, you practically can't use, or you are stunned a little bit, so you can take damage because you just have to stand still, kind of, for the animation. But you can press A to come out of it and slam the ground and do damage, like lots of damage, but that also leaves you stuck in place for a bit, which allows you to take large amounts of damage depending on the situation, so it's very situational. You're probably thinking, that's just Giants, right? Because, Giants, older game? No, that's in Trap Team too. You can literally just cheese the final boss of the game by just going underground forever, and then the boss can't damage you at all, and you can just bully him, so that's a pretty cool ability. Completely balanced, no problems at all. Alright, next we're going to talk about his primary, which is his punches, which they're cool and all, but they're very short range. Basically, I'll talk more about it in the paths, but like just not upgraded at all. With basic upgrades, they're very still short range. You get an upgrade which allows you to hit multiple enemies with punches, but it extends the hitbox. But it's not really enough. He's still a very short range character, which isn't necessarily bad, but at the same time, if he had more range, he would be a lot more useful. I think the burrow attack is helping a bit closer, but when you get out of the burrow, the delay is so long that sometimes it stops the effectiveness of the character. Alright, now we're going to talk about the useless attack. The one that, so basically, you press whatever button you're using for your throat attack, it shoots a little moving thing towards you, what looks like your burrow, and when it hits something, sharks come out the ground and attack them, which does damage over time. Which is good in theory, but in practice, the hitbox on that attack is super small. It's super hard to hit. When you do, the damage is very minuscule, so that's the attack I think is useless. And one of the paths revolves around it, which makes it fairly decent. But, the other path also has a move which is pretty much essential to the character, because it feels like you practically can't use him without it. And that's what we're going to cover next, the paths. Alright, so perhaps I'm using the Spyro's Adventure version, so that I might have the wrong version for this kind of thing, but I can't switch paths. On Spyro's Adventures, you can't switch paths without resetting the character, unlike Giants, where you can. So I can't experience both paths, but the path I picked was the path, I'll call it Path 1, which involves upgrading your fists. So first upgrade basically makes it so your fists do more damage, more damage, which is always cool. Then one of the others adds combos, which is what I've been using the most in these clips, where I attack twice and then I dash forwards. That's the uppercut. It allows you to get range, which is really good because it allows you to hit further, which is what this character needed, and it basically makes the character a lot easier to play. And then the final thing is a frenzy shield, so whenever you get hit, you send those little sharks at enemies. It just naturally starts attacking them. And it sticks to them and does damage over time, which makes it super good, which is why this is the path that I think is better. But that's just my opinion, which is the point of this video, so. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, in the combos it also adds manual body slams, so instead of having to burrow and then do the body slam. You can just do 2 punches and then a body slam, which does a lot less damage, but it does a lot less damage and has the exact same delay, so it's not quite as good. Alright guys, path 2. Alright, path 2. So basically it upgrades your little mini sharks and your burrow. Okay, so first upgrade makes it so your burrow is faster, which is always cool because faster burrow, faster movement, speed, and everything like that. But the second part of that is the next upgrade is it makes it so that when you shoot those little shark things, it actually starts walking onto enemies and homing towards them, which makes that attack a little bit more useful. But at the same, that isn't really like a game changer because your punches still, they do good damage, which makes it so that they're probably the best option. And then the final thing makes it so when you burrow, your little fin does damage to enemies when you touch them. But that is, that's cool and all, but, it's not really as much as the uppercut, which gives you range and more options. So overall, I think the other path is better, but, this path is definitely worth a shot depending on how you play. If you use the burrow more and the fish more, then this would probably be the best option. But for me, punches, because I like, getting in there and doing actual damage. Yeah, guys, forgot to mention, you're invincible in the burrow still, so you can do damage while invincible, so it's a little bit overpowered, but at the same time, I prefer punches, so yeah, I just thought I'd mention. Yeah, real quick, just a note to you guys, I forgot to mention one thing he has right off the bat, is you can press, if you attack twice, and then you hold the primary attack button, you do a little spin, which is kind of classy, not too effective, but classy, so I thought I'd mention that. Alright, I'm gonna do this. This part's gonna be playing fittingly while the footage plays of the Travis Scott robot, the best boss in the game. He's better than the final boss. The only other boss is Chompy Mage, and Chompy Mage is awesome. But Travis Scott robot, that's why I put him in the title. You heard it here first. Travis Scott robot. Travis Scott, not clickbait. Yeah, but in the end, he's pretty cool. He's slow, but he does really high damage, so it makes up for it. If you get the uppercut and those combos, he attains a way to do range attack that's actually effective. He's for an Earth Skylander, he's not too good because most of the other Earth ones are really great, but he's a little bit underwhelming for an Earth Skylander. But other than if he wasn't Earth, it doesn't matter that he's Earth. He's still pretty solid, Definitely not my favorite by a long shot because he feels a little bit underpowered at times, but and he dies really quickly if he gets cornered because if you try to take out large groups of more powerful enemies like Archean Duelist later in Giants, yo mama, because they do so much damage in such a short period of time. And if they're in the later segments of the game, there's like 15 of them, like 5 of them in one small area, along with a Juggernaut who just does insane amounts of damage. So you'll just get absolutely destroyed. I played it earlier today. He didn't survive He didn't survive very long, but I mean he's good for most of the game, and he is a cool character. He's fairly fun to play. He gets to just destroy things. And overall, fairly okay character. Not the best compared to some of the other characters who are in the same league as him, but still cool. So I'll get the slide up, get the verdict as they call it, as IGN says. This isn't important. I just found this hilarious. You can cheese the entire boss fight of the Travis Scott robot by just using the burrow because it just basically it just turns off all collision and you just don't take damage from any of his attacks, so that's really cool. And you do tons of damage, so that's also awesome. Yeah, just thought I'd mention it. I'll shut up now. Guys, this is just my opinion, finishing thoughts. This is just what finishing it up, my review. These are just my final thoughts. You can read this, you do that. Or I'll kill you. Not kill you, because that would be a threat. No, I'll eat your Cheerios or something, I don't know. I'll figure it out. Okay, guys, I thought I'd record an outro, because why not, before the actual outro. But I just want to say, thanks, guys, for subscribing. I see I have 9 now. I like how I'm consistently gaining subscribers. That's pretty awesome. So you new people who subscribe, you're cool. You're very cool. Your Cheerios are intact. They're cool. Your Cheerios are cool. Your house is cool. You're cool. Cool. Yes, but I will yeah, this is thanks for the subscribers, and I still understand how Moo Moo Ransom is still my most popular song, because still gaining views. It's almost at 100 views, while my other videos have like 17, but 17 is better than 1. So thanks, guys. Thank you guys for all you contribute. Thanks for making up my very small community, which is consistently growing. So yeah, thank you guys for existing. I'll cue the outro. I just wanted to talk, tell you guys thank you, and also let that Travis Scott robot footage play, because Travis Scott robot. But yeah, you guys are cool. Cool. See you around.
Poo poo in the poo in the